Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A wheel that regulates the rate of movement in a machine, especially a wheel oscillating against the hairspring of a timepiece to regulate its beat. Mathematics. An attribute of a shape or relation. Exact reflection of form on opposite sides of a dividing line or plane. The seventh sign of the zodiac. The sun is in this sign from about September 23rd to October 22nd. Harmonious arrangement or relation of parts or elements within a whole, as in a design. In all perfectly beautiful objects there is found the opposition of one part to another in a reciprocal balance. A weight that balances another weight. Equality of distribution. Something left after other parts have been taken away. He took what he wanted and I got the balance. Astrology. A person who is born while the sun is in Libra. Hold or carry in equilibrium. Bring into balance or equilibrium. She has to balance work and her domestic duties. A scale for weighing, depends on pull of gravity. A state of equilibrium. Be in equilibrium. Compute credits and debits of an account. Equality between the totals of the credit and debit sides of an account. The difference between the totals of the credit and debit sides of an account. A wheel that regulates the rate of movement in a machine, especially a wheel oscillating against the hairspring of a timepiece to regulate its beat. Mathematics. An attribute of a shape or relation. Exact reflection of form on opposite sides of a dividing line or plane. Compatibility of observations. The results of two tests were in correspondence. Similarity by virtue of corresponding. The relation of corresponding in degree or size or amount. Communication by the exchange of letters. Mathematics. An attribute of a shape or relation. Exact reflection of form on opposite sides of a dividing line or plane. Mathematics. An attribute of a shape or relation. Exact reflection of form on opposite sides of a dividing line or plane. Physics. The property of being isotropic, having the same value when measured in different directions. Balance among the parts of something. The seventh sign of the zodiac. The sun is in this sign from about September 23rd to October 22nd. Astrology. A person who is born while the sun is in Libra. A small faint zodiacal constellation in the southern hemisphere, between Virgo and Scorpius. The seventh sign of the zodiac. The sun is in this sign from about September 23rd to October 22nd. The seventh sign of the zodiac. The sun is in this sign from about September 23rd to October 22nd. Magnitude or extent. A building of vast proportions. The relation between things, or parts of things, with respect to their comparative quantity, magnitude, or degree. An inordinate proportion of the book is given over to quotations. Harmonious arrangement or relation of parts or elements within a whole, as in a design. Balance among the parts of something. Adjust in size relative to other things. Give pleasant proportions to. The quotient obtained when the magnitude of a part is divided by the magnitude of the whole. Harmonious arrangement or relation of parts or elements within a whole, as in a design. A ratio of two quantities that is constant. Contrast with equal weight or force. A weight that balances another weight. Adjust for. Equality of distribution. A compensating equivalent. Oppose and mitigate the effects of by contrary actions. A weight that balances another weight. Constitute a counterweight or counterbalance to. A weight that balances another weight. Constitute a counterweight or counterbalance to. Electronic equipment that reduces frequency distortion. A weight that balances another weight. Electronic equipment that reduces frequency distortion. A weight that balances another weight. A score that makes the match even. A sensory system located in structures of the inner ear that registers the orientation of the head. Equality of distribution. A chemical reaction and its reverse proceed at equal rates. A stable situation in which forces cancel one another. Equality of distribution. A piece of cloth that is left over after the rest has been used or sold. Something left after other parts have been taken away. There was no remainder. The number that remains after subtraction. The number that when added to the subtrahend gives the minuend. Sell cheaply as remainders. The publisher remaindered the books. The part of the dividend that is left over when the dividend is not evenly divisible by the divisor. Something left after other parts have been taken away. Relating to or indicating a remainder. Residual quantity. Often plural. A payment that is made to a performer or writer or director of a television show or commercial that is paid for every repeat showing. He could retire on his residuals. Something left after other parts have been taken away. Matter that remains after something has been removed. Something left after other parts have been taken away. Sit, as on a branch. Stay the same. Remain in a certain state. Rest assured. Euphemisms for death, based on an analogy between lying in a bed and in a tomb. She was laid to rest beside her husband. Take a short break from one's activities in order to relax. Freedom from activity, work or strain or responsibility. Rest on or as if on a pillow. Something left after other parts have been taken away. He threw away the rest. A pause for relaxation. People actually accomplish more when they take time for short rests. Be inherent or innate in. Have a place in relation to something else. The responsibility rests with the allies. A musical notation indicating a silence of a specified duration. A state of inaction. A body will continue in a state of rest until acted upon. A support on which things can be put. The gun was steadied on a special rest. Be at rest. Be inactive, refrain from acting. The committee is resting over the summer. Give a rest to. He rested his bad leg. Not move. Be in a resting position. Put something in a resting position, as for support or steadying. Prepare oneself for something unpleasant or difficult. Great coolness and composure under strain. Hold or carry in equilibrium. A CGS unit of dynamic viscosity equal to 1 dyne second per square centimeter. The viscosity of a fluid in which a force of 1 dyne per square centimeter maintains a velocity of 1 centimeter per second. A state of being balanced in a stable equilibrium. Be motionless, in suspension. The bird poised for a few moments before it attacked. Cause to be balanced or suspended. Bring into balance or equilibrium. Bring to a chemical stasis or equilibrium. Bring into balance or equilibrium. Bring into balance or equilibrium. Move along on or as if on wheels or a wheeled vehicle. An instrument of torture that stretches or disjoints or mutilates victims. Change directions as if revolving on a pivot. They wheeled their horses around and left. Ride a bicycle. Wheel somebody or something. A wheeled vehicle that has 2 wheels and is moved by foot pedals. Game equipment consisting of a wheel with slots that is used for gambling. The wheel rotates horizontally and players bet on which slot the roulette ball will stop in. A handwheel that is used for steering. A circular helm to control the rudder of a vessel. A simple machine consisting of a circular frame with spokes, or a solid disc, that can rotate on a shaft or axle, as in vehicles or other machines. Forces that provide energy and direction. The wheels of government began to turn. Any property relating to or occupying space. Any property relating to or occupying space. The spatial property of the way in which something is placed. The placement of the chairs. The act of putting something in a certain place. Contact established between applicants and prospective employees. The agency provided placement services. The act of arranging and adapting a piece of music. The spatial property of the way in which something is placed. The arrangement of the furniture. The thing arranged or agreed to. They made arrangements to meet in Chicago. A piece of music that has been adapted for performance by a particular set of voices or instruments. An organized structure for arranging or classifying. He changed the arrangement of the topics. An orderly grouping, of things or persons, considered as a unit, the result of arranging. A flower arrangement.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.